Some words from Rosemary Sutcliff's story about the legend of Arthur. It's called Sword at Sunset. It was about the half of a month before we turned the horses' heads home again. On the last day of the return ride, we reached the derelict village on the Sauviodunum road a little before dusk. And in the usual way of things, I would have ordered camp there and covered the last 7 or 8 miles in the morning. But all at once, even as I drew rein before the nettle-choked gateway of the cattle yard, where we often corralled the horses, I was filled with a wild impatience to be home. That was in part the mere wish of a tired man to see the lamplight shining from his own door, and his own woman with her hair tumbled on the pillow. In part, a sense of desperate urgency, of something wrong, that came to me clear and unmistakable, like a bird's call out of the evening sky. It was a glorious evening, the kind on which the last luminous twilight lingers on, far beyond its usual time. There would be the last half of a moon later, and the big sorrel colt I was riding seemed fresh enough, as did the other horses. I called to the rest, "How say you, brothers? There's a moon coming. If we bait the horses and ride on again when we've eaten, we can be in winter tonight. Shall we push forward and give our wives a start?" We off-saddled the horses, watered them, and turned them loose to graze and roll while we ate hard oaten bread and dried curds, and stretched saddle-cramped legs for a while. All the time I was possessed of that wild impatience to be pushing on, mingled more and more strongly with a sense of dread without cause, a shadow without substance to cast it. It seemed an unbearably long time until I could decently give the order to saddle and remount. And not long after, he finds that his wife, Guinevere, is having an affair with Lancelot.